Hello, girls, gays, and strays. Welcome to Lotta Bullshit. My name is Caleb. I am your host. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you decide to stick around. If this isn't your first time here, welcome back. Sit down, grab a drink, grab a snack. We are back at it again today with some more Schedule 1. Last time, if I'm not mistaken, we left off. We had just bought the sweatshop above Miss Ming's Chinese restaurant and gotten our first dealer, Benji. And I think that pretty much puts us where we were last time. I did fully forget, though. I ended the last video prematurely just a little bit because I forgot to save the game, like go to bed and save the game and like watch the level up. So we actually did level up, and I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget. So we actually leveled up to Hoodlum level 1. We have electric trimmers now, a mixing station, and we unlocked Westville, which gives us another dealer and another supplier, which I think means we can move on to the next good to distribute. So without further ado, let's get into the game. So yeah, I haven't really done anything off screen. Pretty much where we ended last time is where we are picking up here in Miss Ming's sweatshop. The only difference is I slept and we leveled up. So we are starting at 6 a.m. here in the sweatshop, and since we actually unlocked the electric trimmers, I'm going to go ahead and go buy those real quick because they are going to be such a lifesaver in the long run. It also appears that I may need some baggies, so we'll go ahead and buy some baggies. So let's go meet our, let's go see our main man Dan over here, because he opens up bright and early. So I want those electric trimmers, I want 20 baggies, and we'll grab the mixing station. Oh, no, we won't grab the mixing station. We don't have enough money yet. So we'll stick to what we know, what we have. And let's go ahead and trim up those plants that we have right now. I should have bought some soil while we were there. But I guess some housekeeping things while we're here that I can discuss just while we go ahead and package all of this up. Sorry, I got a little lost in trimming up our plants. But so for context, this is I think going to be my 4th video that I post, right? I started making content less than a month ago. We're all following, capiche, kaposh? Tell me how. I forgot we got sour diesel. That's the other thing we did. That's another thing we did. But tell me how or why I already have haters. Like I haven't, I'll be honest, I haven't been getting a lot of traffic here on the actual videos, and maybe it's just the length of them, or maybe just no one's finding them. And we can get more into that in just a moment. But I've posted a few shorts to kind of advertise, so to speak, hopefully someone sees them and wants to see more, and they'll come over here. So by the way, if that's you, hello, fantastic, love you, hearts and kisses. But so I've already had to delete 2 comments from people being just very negative. And I discussed this a little bit on a stream. I don't a stream that I was doing earlier today, so it's kind of fresh in my mind. When will this be posted? I'm not quite sure, in frame of reference and context for that. But tell me why I had to delete 2 comments already about people being mean. One of them was in regards to, oh, this game lost its hype, it's dead, yada yada yada. It's okay, and what's your point? I'm having fun here, putting my little nuggets in little baggies, dragging them off, and I'm just having fun. I'm just here having a good time. And don't get me wrong, when I started doing this, something I had considered was the fact that I am going to have to deal with people who aren't going to enjoy my content or going to like me as a creator, and and I'm perfectly fine with that. That is just a part of the game. God, hey, whoa, can I have 2 seconds? I'm talking here. Anyways, so let's go give Benji some of this weed. But sorry, hey, I guess I can't speak. I actually guess I don't have a voice anymore. That's all of the sour diesel we had already sold. anyways, so Benji here is gonna take this weed. Said it wants us to give him at least 10, so we'll give him 10 for now so we can go and sell. And then we will hold on to the rest for ourselves. Back to my... Okay, that's all of the weed that I have. So I guess I can keep talking.
Are you sure about that?
Okay. Sorry, it's been 3 seconds and like I'm already like sold out. So... Right, back to the point. So, like, on these 2 shorts, like, I had to delete a comment, like, saying that this game's dead, like, you know, it's not popular anymore, like, it lost all its hype, and it's like, okay, have you ever considered that I'm just doing this for fun? Like, this is just, like, something that I'm doing because it's something that I enjoy. Like, I'm not sitting here doing this trying to, like, capture an audience. But then my roommate had also made a great point where it's like... What game would you rather me play? Like, if you want to be a hater and you want to be mean like that, what is a better alternative to this? Because she said, like, she's not, like, much into, like, gaming as much as, like, I am. And she says, like, all that she's seeing is 2 games. She's seeing this Schedule 1 in Repo. Like, there's not, like, another popular hype game right now for people to, like, gravitate towards or, like, blow up on a platform. So there was that comment, and there was just something, like, super mean about someone, like, saying, oh, this is awful. And I think it was a clip, like, from, like, a stream that I had done. So, like, it's just so hard to imagine that, like, I just started doing this. I have, like, less than 5 videos posted, less than 10 subscribers, and I already have people being mean to me. And, like, don't get me wrong, if you've been on the internet is an awful place. If you've been on the internet since the age of 10, or like if you're past the age of 10, I think you should understand now that the internet is just a cruel and unusual place. And like I was fully prepared for that. Oh, I need more weed. I need to get back on my grind. But like I was fully prepared for, like, you know, there's a potential that people aren't gonna like me, or I'll go ahead and order double what I'm ordering right now. We'll order 3-3. So, like, I was fully prepared for, like, people to, like, not like my content and just be mean, but, like, I just didn't think it would come so soon, you know? But anyways, I'll hop off of this negative Nancy train because I know this isn't what y'all came here for. And maybe I'll just speed through it. It just doesn't exist. But, so let's actually, like, start focusing on our game here. So... If you weren't fully paying attention to what just happened, or you don't know what just happened, like what I've been doing while I was talking. So we trimmed our weed, so we sold all of the bud that we had. We gave Benji 10 weed, like it wanted us to. We sold out of our weed within 30 seconds. I'll put the soil up right here. And we're gonna go sell these plant trimmers at the pawn shop since I already have the electric ones. But, so we gave Benji his weed, we sold our weed, and now we're just waiting for another dead drop. That's all you really missed if you weren't, like, fully paying attention. So now we're gonna head over here to the pawn shop and just try to see if we can sell these plant trimmers for what little amount we can get back. Let's see. I can get maybe $10 max for them. Can we at least do 5? Perfect. Thank you, Meg. I'll remember that. So we don't have anything to do right now. Assign at least 3 customers to Benji. So another mechanic in this game is that you have to assign customers to your dealers or they won't be able to deal, and they have a max of 8 like customers that they can deal to. So what I typically tend to do is I will assign, like, so Benji's our dealer for Northtown, right? And he has a max of 8. Obviously there's a lot more than 8 people here, but I'll make sure that Benji's only dealing to people who are within his region. That way he's not like running halfway across the map to go make a deal and not making any money. So, like, for instance, let's go back over to Benji. Like, I know that Donna works at the motel, so I'm going to give Donna to Benji. Hello, officers. Nothing to see here. But, like, so I know that Donna works here at the motel. Now, I cannot remember. I think Beth lives next to Benji, so I'll go ahead and give Beth to him, too. Then I think Jesse lives at the motel. And Peter lives at the motel. Then I know Kyle works at the Taco Ticklers across the street, so he's there pretty often. Then as far as the rest of these... Ooh, our drop is ready. I know Miss Ming's right down the road. She's right there. I think Ludwig's usually right there. And... we'll go with Peggy. I think Peggy's close by. So, does it really matter who I assign to Benji? No, it really doesn't. But to try to maximize like his profitability, doing that should help. And it looks like our dead drop is behind the grocery store, which is fantastic. As far as goals for this episode, I think we've made it like, what, 10 minutes in, and I haven't like even discussed what the motive is for today. So the goal today is I definitely want to expand our empire and start like really raking in that dough. I want to get a skateboard because that'll help us get around a lot faster, especially if we're going to be doing more deals at night. And potentially move on to the harder stuff. We'll see if we can get to that though. That's more or less like a pipe dream. So we'll see if that happens. But let's go ahead and sow these seeds. Get these seeds planted so we can start making more money. Alright, so we got everything planted. This time around, I decided to plant 2 sour diesel and 1 OG Kush, because last time we did 2 OG Kush and 1 sour diesel, so try to maybe balance that out. However, while we were planting that, Benji made his first sale, and now it is time to talk to Uncle Nelson at a payphone. Let's see, yep, right here. With Benji's help, you'll be able to move a good quantity of product. Now it's time to start manufacturing and selling higher value product. You might have noticed you can buy different weed seed strains from Albert, but you can create even more unique products with a mixing station. At a mixing station, you mix products with special ingredients to create new mixes with unique effects. Customers will pay more for these products. To get started, go purchase a mixing station from Dan's Hardware. After that, you'll want to grab something to mix with your weed from a local gas-mart. Alright, so Uncle Nelson's telling us about that mixing station we unlocked. Apparently we can mix these together to make not stronger strains, but more addictive strains, which is kind of, to be honest, the mixes, it's all trial and error. Now, sure, I'm fully aware. I think I can dump this and get my cash before curfew. Fantastic. So back to strains. So mixing the different strains is definitely trial and error, to say the least. There's definitely like websites and like articles and like different like ways, like there's definitely more optimized ways to do this, and like there's a ton of information on the internet. However, that feels a little too much like cheating to me, and I kind of want to discover these mixes on my own. So with that being said, we're going to kind of play around, and also I don't know if it varies from save to save or not, because I've like, obviously I have my personal save and I've played with like different things there, but I also know that like over there I was really just throwing random things in there. I'm sorry. If you look at the top of the screen right now, our compass, the star is actively moving, and it says to purchase a mixing station from the hardware store. So I want to go investigate that, actually. Because the hardware store shouldn't move. Benji is out of product already. Okay, that's crazy. Okay, so let's go collect the cash from Benji. Ooh, wait, are the cops still right there? No. Okay. So, Bud's Bar is apparently where I would buy a mixing station. Dan's and Bud's. Okay, you know, that's so funny. So that means the icon. Oh. Anyways, so that means the icon for the mixing station, or like anything to do with Dan's hardware, is tied to Dan and not the hardware store, and I find that very funny. Are you good to drive, Bud? Are you... I don't think he's good to drive. And yet I'm the problem. I'm the problem in this town, and yet we've got drivers leaving the bar, and you know what? It's none of my business. It's none of my business. Alright, so Benji does have some cash for us, so that's lovely, actually. Okay, fantastic. No, that's so good. Okay, so Benji's a great way for us to make money. It seems like either what I did worked, or we just did not provide him enough product, which, to be fair, we don't really have a whole lot of product to begin with. Like, all of this is only 80% grown. I mean, it's 12 o'clock. So let's go ahead and go to sleep. We'll trim those in the morning, plant the new ones, and I think we might need to start, like, expanding really hard. Okay, so don't hate me. I did just do a little work off camera. As far as in terms of expanding our operation. And I want to go ahead and show you guys what I've done. So I did go over to Dan's Hardware. And I expanded operations. The room should look a little different now. I got us a mixing station. I also went ahead and got us 3 more grow tents. And I went ahead and bought some storage to kind of make things a bit more cohesive. With that being said, I also bought jars so we can start giving jars to Benji so we can have more weed on hand. But yeah, we went ahead and did a few little renovations. I guess I'll cut back after I get these seeds planted, because now we have now that we have 6 grow tents, I'm going to go ahead and plant 3 of each. Alright, so I have now gone ahead and planted everything. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the mess that we've made from the bin is full, and I don't have any trash bags, so let's go run to our little cache for trash real quick. So now that I have all of this set up, I'm hoping that we are set up, saying set up a lot, I'm hoping that we are now on the right path for success, because I'm hoping I'll be able to keep Benji supplied and have all of his customers' demands met while we also expand this operation. Because what I didn't mention is that we unlocked Westville, right? So we unlocked this whole new neighborhood. Well, we already have Northtown all unlocked. We've already met all these people. Our relationships with some of them are somewhere in the middle. Some people are higher, some people are lower. We unlocked Westville, which means we have spoken to no one here yet. I have not touched any of these people, and we need to start getting adequate supplies so that way I can be able to offer samples to the people in Westtown, and just our demand so far has been so high that I haven't been able to do that. With that being said, we have $300 to our name, a bit of weed being grown. We have some of that, so if you haven't noticed, next to the mixing station. Alright. So if you haven't noticed, next to the mixing station, we have some weed kind of laid out that I haven't put up for sale or given to Benji, and that's because I want to go ahead and try to create some mixes so that way we can kind of give some, first of all, make it more addictive so we can sell it for more, but also, you know, be able to have some samples that the people of Westville might enjoy a little bit more, because the people here in Northtown, their standards are super low. Honestly, you can give them whatever. Westville, the standards get a little bit higher where they want effects. Like you see, right here, they have favorite effects where you have And mixing different strains together gives you those different effects. So that's like something we need to work towards now. And finding out what each product does is part of the process of finding out what we can do. So I think I'll go ahead. I think we'll go ahead and give Benji, so we're going to go ahead and play with the sour diesel right here, but we'll go ahead and give Benji the rest of this. That way he just has something to sell. That way he's not just sitting there twiddling his fingers. But I'm thinking we're going to take that tin sour diesel right there and go ahead and mix it like with the cheapest thing. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up, and we'll see like, you know, what works best for us in the long term. Because if you don't know, with the mixing station that we have right now, we can only mix 10 items at once. So I'm going to go ahead and go purchase 10 of probably the cheapest item just so we can see what's going on and what we can do. And then when all of this weed right here grows, we'll go ahead and start mixing just a little bit more. But we're kind of strapped for cash, so I'm not even confident that we have enough money to be playing around with the mixes. I barely had enough money for the mixing station. So let's go ahead over here, knock on Benji's door. We'll go ahead and give him this so he starts just distributing that. And let's head over to the gas-mart over here and purchase something so we can go ahead and get a strain mixed. So yeah, my face is covering it, but the box says many different items can be used as a mixer. Consider buying a few different mixing ingredients for experimenting. So that's what we're starting with now. So let's go ahead and just buy 10 cukes, and we'll see what that does. Also, I cannot explain it right now, but the music right now reminds me so heavily of Minecraft. And if you know, you know. If you don't, nah, I'm sorry, you just don't get it. So, alright. We're back home. Let's take our 10 sour diesel here. Throw in the weed, throw in the cuke. And then we gotta mix it ourselves. Don't forget that. Don't forget what I said in the first episode. This is a very manual game. Later on, it gets a bit more automated, but right now we are doing everything ourselves, and it's telling us that it's going to take us an hour to get this first mix done. So with that being said, let's go ahead and pick up these cans, and I will see you guys after that is ready. So our new mix is ready. Let's see. So our cuke and sour diesel combination gave us a refreshing and energizing combo. What's really fun about this game is that you can change the name to anything you want it to be. And I mean anything. You can make the name of any strain anything. So for our first, what feels like a very appropriate name for our first one? So I took a moment to think, and because this is our first strain, I'm going to go ahead and name this first strain George Washington. And we're going to go ahead and... Oh, I don't have enough baggies. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bag up what I can. That way I can go see if I can find some of these potential customers and see if this suits their fancy. And we're going to have to be careful because curfew is already in effect. So let's take this 6 and go find some potential customers. Also, it wants us to go talk to Uncle Nelson at a payphone, so I guess we can go do that first. That's your first mix done. There's a wide range of different ingredients with unique effects. Each one will affect the value of your product differently. Keep trying different mix recipes and you'll be able to make some seriously valuable product. You know everything you need to get yourself established. I'll call you later when you're ready to start manufacturing some harder stuff. Alright, so, we have some new tasks. So we need to talk to the real estate agent, talk to the dealership manager, and talk to the mechanic, as well as make a strain worth at least $60. So, all seems pretty straightforward, but let's go hunt down these potential customers. So right around the corner we have Meg Cooley, who is our first... let me go back to the apartment real quick. Let me go back to the sweatshop. So I know that I literally just said that it's curfew and we need to be careful. I already forgot that there are cops just kind of about, and they do sit in different spots. Right there, if you don't see it, is a cop car. So what we can't do is walk in front of his line of sight, or we're going to get caught. And that's the last thing we want to do as an aspiring dealer. So we're going to come over to this side. Yeah. We have Miss Joyce Ball over here. We're going to come and find her. So Miss Joyce, she's somewhere in this circle. It seems like she's back behind this alley. Or maybe she's in this house. No. So Miss Joyce, she's back here. Oh, is she back here by the fire? No. Is she in... Oh. Oh! Miss Joyce, can I interest you in a free sample? Perfect. Alright, so we've already unlocked our first customer over here. With that being said, I want to get... Yeah, okay, so that unlocked door... Oh, Doris, we just knocked on her door. Hey, let's go right back, shall we? So if we're lucky, we're going to be able to get quite a few customers tonight. Fingers crossed. Miss Doris, can I interest you in a free sample? I know that this doesn't necessarily have the qualities that you're looking for. Perfect, thank you. Thank you. Now we have Keith Wagner over here. I think he's at the apartment complex that's back here. I think he's room 2. Oh, that's Kathy. No, we met Kathy. I already know you. No, that's Molly. Molly can be our next dealer once we become friends with her friends. I just have to find Keith. There's Keith. Keith, can I interest you in a free sample? Again, I know it's not quite the effects that you're looking for, but I promise it's coming. Perfect. Now we have Jerry. He was wearing the little... What's that hat called? That little beach hat. Y'all see what I'm talking about in a second. They were really popular quite a few years ago. Ooh, where'd he go? What'd you... Oh. Oh! Hi, Jerry.
Hi.
Can I interest you in a free sample? Yeah, no, that hat right there. Like, it's like, I think of it like a little beach hat because it's kind of like a sun hat. We don't have to talk about that. I should say right now, I don't condone violence. I don't know what just came out of me. I don't know who that was. I don't know who you just saw or who you just met, but that wasn't me. Anyways, let's go find Meg. So, okay, so here's what's tricky. I believe Meg is right here in this house, but the cop car is stationed like right there, but I'm like super determined to get this done today. So we're gonna have to be really careful about hiding behind the different trees. That was really close. Now we're gonna stay right here, knock on the door, and we're not gonna move. Meg, this was really hard for me, so I'm really gonna need you to enjoy this. Thank you. So that means, all right, so we have one last sample to give out, and we already tried Jerry. So Miss Kim Delaney, and she's right next to the sweatshop, actually. So that'll be perfect. I hope they're all right in there. it's not really my business to find out what's going on, and I can't see. I forget you have a flashlight in this game. It's not really my business to, you know, place, you know, put my input where it's not wanted. Now, what's so funny is you can walk behind the cops, they won't see you. But you can't walk in front of them. And unfortunately, they're parked outside Meg's house, which maybe there's a reason they're parked outside Meg's house. Maybe there is a reason for that. But anyways, we want Miss Kim, and hopefully Miss Kim's going to be our last successful customer of the night. It's fine. People sometimes in life aren't going to like you at first. And you know what that means? You just have to try harder. So we'll come back tomorrow with a strain that Kim might like more. And it looks like all of our weed is fully grown, so that's fantastic. I'll go ahead and grab these trimmers here, and we'll go ahead and trim up everything. So we got quite a bit of weed from that, so that's fantastic in terms of actually being able to have product to sell. I actually think so. I know that I just said that I was going to actually like keep some of that so I can give, so we can make some new strains to give out. Oh, these are some of the strains that I made. I think what I'm going to do instead is take this abundance right here that we have. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to think for a moment. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna pack all of this up in jars. So that way we can give it to Benji. We don't have to worry about Benji for a while. He'll be able to just kind of sit there in the back burner, make us some money. And then once we have all of this over to Benji, then we can start playing with the different mixes, because right now we just don't know what works and what doesn't. And I don't want to keep sitting here playing with different mixes and then going around trying to sell it. And I only have like 2 or 3 of them sitting in my pocket, because that's just going to make it more difficult. Now, when we like start scaling up, and like once we find like the mix that we like, the good mix, like the mix that'll work for us at least for a while, then that's when we'll like start like really getting into it. So I have 4 jars of sour diesel and OG Kush, and I think actually with that. So I think actually with that, we'll go ahead and give these 4 jars over to Benji, and then I'll keep these 2. I'll go ahead and keep these 2 sets of 4 for us, and we'll mix those and see what happens. That way maybe we don't have to spend as much money on different product. But let's go, ooh, before I leave. You can't never leave home without your bat. You're gonna need your bat always. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and clean up these leaves from when we trimmed the plants. All right. So let's go ahead and make our way over to Benji, give him this, so he has something to sell. Yes, Benji, I need to hand you 2 jars. That way I don't have to worry about you for a while. We can go ahead and put this trash up. And then let's like make our way over to the gas-mart, and we'll buy some other stuff. Alright, so here is what I'm thinking. So last time we mixed Cuke and OG Kush together. I'm thinking we're going to take our... we mixed Cuke and sour diesel together. So this time I want to take our OG Kush, mix it with Cuke and see what happens, and then I want to take some bananas and mix it and see what happens to the sour diesel. So that's so those are 2 different strains we're going to try out, and then we'll probably just walk around tomorrow and try to just sell them out of our pocket, or maybe just throw them at Benji, see if he can just get them sold. We also have some tasks tomorrow. I did forget about, we need to go make our rounds to the real estate agent, the dealership, and the mechanic. So I can't forget that. see, so this is our sour diesel. Let's take these bananas, mix these together. See if I can get it all in one clump. Perfect. And it'll take 23 seconds or 23 minutes in game time. And while that loads, I'll go ahead and get this ready for the next batch. And since we're not going out again tonight, I'll put up the bat. And then we need baggies. That's another thing, we need baggies. What did we get? So with the banana and the OG Kush, this time we got refreshing and gingeritis. Which, if I'm not mistaken, gingeritis is the effect that makes people's hair orange or turns them into a ginger. So I'm thinking we call this Lucky Charms. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and mix this next one, the Cuke and the OG Kush. Take our Lucky Charms, we'll put them over on this shelf so we can package them later. What is going on out there? And we'll take these 2 cans, we'll clean up because we're respectful in this house. All right, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? So with OG Kush and Cuke, we got calming and energizing. So, what? Calming and energizing. So, what? That doesn't make any sense to me. How can both of those things be true at once? This just seems so interesting. What do we name the concoction of an upper and a downer? See, and I'm tempted to name it like a Red Bull vodka or something like that, or something silly, but I know that they have energy drinks in this game, so I don't want to do that. Just like I would rather save that combination for something much more fitting. So we named this one Fast and Calm. I did make it a riff off of Fast and Furious, because you're fast, you're energized, but you're also calm. Because I don't know what else to do. But let's go ahead and end this day so we can progress. We didn't sell any products, but we did get a lot of customers. So I do want to make a note of that. We might have not earned any money, but we got a lot of customers. We also leveled up, so that means we have a new seed, a Soil Pourer, and Viagor. So we have a new strain, we have a new seed to play with. Ooh. Oh, that's so fun. Okay. So first things first, let's go grab some baggies for this. Some soil for the pots. And then we'll go from there, I think. Yeah. So I went ahead and ordered another dead drop while I was over at Dan's, just collecting the different products that we need. Because we are out of seeds again, which is a good thing. That means we're beginning to push product and sell product. But now I want to get all of the pots ready so we can plant those seeds and then go make our rounds and talk to everyone that we need to talk to. So I planted the soil and I went ahead and bagged all the baggies, and I think now is a good time for us to go check on Benji, see if he's made any sales. That way we can collect whatever cash he might have, because if you don't notice, we are running just a little low. $590. Okay, Benji, fantastic. Do you have any slots available? So let's go ahead and give Benji the rest of this George Washington, and then we'll hold on to the other 2 for ourselves. And maybe we'll be able to make some sales. Hey, Sam. You want some stuff? What would you prefer? They're both the exact same. Let's go ahead and give you some of this. No. Alright, well, I didn't need your business anyways. Do we have any potential customers? Oh, let's go speak to Jerry. Before we go across town, let's go speak to Jerry and see if maybe he's a little kinder to us. Hi, Jerry. Oh, it says I already offered today. Oh. I guess I offered it to him too late in the night last night. Okay, well. Anyways, maybe, yeah. Like if we just run into people, like, so Jesse right here, I know that I gave Benji, I know you're one of Benji's, hey, you don't have to stop okay, well, whatever. You don't have to stop talking to me just because I gave you to my dealer. So if it's not evident, little stars on our little compass up top is where we need to go to make our rounds. So our first stop is going to be the Highland Auto Dealership, and unfortunately we just don't have enough money to be here right now. Hi, Jeremy. I'd like to purchase a vehicle. Yeah, the cheapest vehicle is $5,000. And really, the best vehicle is the van, which is the Viper, and that's $9,000. So we are quite a bit of ways from purchasing a vehicle. Yeah, but yeah, no, this is the cheapest one that we have access to, and it's $5,000. And then the van out here is actually what has so much storage that makes it kind of efficient to have that one. Let's see. Then over here at the auto shop is our next person. We have Marco. And all Marco really does is he paints your car. That's all he really has going for him so far. And then all the way over yonder. Hey, you look familiar. Maybe not. You know, I've never been in here. What's in this shop? Wait, back up. What is this shop? Blue Balls Boutique, art, jewelry, and antiques. Hi, Herbert. What can I do for you? He sells stuff. Oh, I didn't know that this existed. Not that I can afford any of this product. I wonder if you can take... So, what, this is like a whiskey? Yeah, an aged Tennessee whiskey. I wonder if you can take this and mix product with it. I'm very intrigued to know that, actually. Or if it's just like something you get to like have. A wall-mounted shelf, which you can place items on. Interesting. I didn't know that you existed. Anyways, thank you, Herbert. I hope you have a good and lovely day. I respect your store. Now, Ray's real estate. Ray, we're going to become quite familiar with Ray. Ray can let us purchase properties or businesses, which he has them listed right here, obviously. So properties are places like our motel room and our sweatshop, like other spaces that we can grow, distribute, supply, mix, like all of those fun things. So obviously each new space you unlock has more like potential for you to use it and grow. So first up is the storage unit, which they actually just added to the game. So I don't know a whole lot about the storage unit because of my personal save. I actually bought the bungalow before the storage unit came out, so I started using the bungalow first. But no, so these are the different places that we can use to expand our empire, if you will. And then businesses for sale. So each one of these businesses, as you'll notice, there's no car slot or no employee slot. And that's because the only purpose of these businesses is to launder money through, because eventually we will have so much cash that we're not able to deposit it at the ATM anymore. So we'll need to start looking into different businesses to put that money through to make it legitimate cash. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we do have a text from Albert saying that he has a dead drop ready for us on the north exterior wall of the arcade, which apparently is that way. And then Kim Delaney is also that way. So let's go see if we can kill two birds with one stone by making a little sample offer. Maybe she'll be interested. Maybe today she just need to warm up to us. She just need to see our face twice, get a little familiar. She just, new person, new thing. She just she wasn't ready for it, and that's okay. that's okay. We get it. We fully get it. It looks like she's right in front of us. So maybe she's here in this bar. There she is. It says I already offered today. So that means I offered too late in the day yesterday. Interesting. Okay. Well, as much of a shame as that is, maybe Donna, Miss Donna over here, maybe you'd be interested in some stuff. Ooh. We're good. Hi, Sam. You wanna try again? Oh, you said no earlier. I'll lower it $1. I know you're a cheapskate. Okay, whatever. Your loss. So, where is our dead drop? It's over here. I don't even know where the arcade is. Looks like... Oh! Okay, so this is like right outside. Hey. See, this is why I love Albert. Albert treats us so well. This was right outside the sweatshop the whole time. Let's go ahead and sow these seeds so we can start getting our weed on. Okay, so I have sown our seeds, planted them, watered them, all that fun stuff. I don't really have anything to do at the moment. We can try to go see if maybe the time limit will expire for Kim and, what is it, Jerry? If Kim and Jerry, maybe we just have to wait till like the same time that we schedule them and maybe we can give them another offer, but I don't know if it's that worth it. So I'm thinking let's just go to bed. Wake up fresh, start fresh tomorrow. We sold one product today. Hey, but Benji's making a lot of money, and that's really where the money's going to start coming in through. Perfect. So all of our plants are ready. So perfect. Let's go ahead and get all of this. Okay, so what I want to do is we have some OG Kush from before. We have some OG Kush. We've had that. We've been there. We also have this green crack, which is now brand new to us. So what I want to go ahead and do is package this up and just sell this as is. It's a brand new product for us. So like, I'm not really like too worried about it. And then while we're at it, I think I'll put the Lucky Charms and the Fast and Calm up for sale. Just that way we can get it off our hands. But I want to spend today making different mixes out of the OG Kush that we have. So let me go buy some baggies and then we can go ahead and try and find a mix worth at least $60. So I just bought our bags, and we just got a text asking if we had 4 Lucky Charms. Unfortunately, we only have 3, and I'm not planning to make more. So what we can do is offer Austin the last 3 of our Lucky Charms, and we'll offer it at the fair price and see what he says. He seems down. Because I want to focus on mixing today, I'm going to go ahead and schedule these all for late night. That way we don't have to worry about it. We can just get it out of the way. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the Lucky Charms off the market since that's everything that we have, and go ahead and schedule these other 2 deals. So fantastic. I was able to schedule those deals, and I'm scheduling everything for late night because I don't think we've done a late night schedule yet, and if I have, maybe I just forgotten. But when you do late night deals, you actually get a monetary bonus for scheduling past, like doing like a deal past curfew. So that's how I really want to try to get start like really getting every ounce of money that we can, just so we can like begin to like really play with the mixes and get like a different mixing station, possibly hire an employee. And, and hiring an employee is still a bit of a ways away. We still need to at least make a strain at least worth $60. But, slow and steady wins the race. So that is the philosophy that we are going with. Slow and steady wins the race. But I do need to remember, so we're gonna go to the gas-mart right now. I do need to remember I only have two fast and calm left to sell for the day. And I want to go ahead and plant. I could have sworn that I bought seeds. I didn't buy seeds? Okay. Small sidetrack. We're going to go pay Albert back, and then we're going to go order another drop so we can plant some more. I just ordered a dead drop from Albert just a moment ago while paying him back. So I ordered 6 OG Kush. That way we're playing with the cheapest strain as far as like which seed is the cheapest to play with. That way it's not as bad if we make like a really bad strain and we've chose the cheapest one. So hopefully those 6 seeds should be ready soon enough. But we have 4... If I'm not mistaken, we have 8 to play with, so I need 2 sets of 4. I think I have 4 sour diesel and 4 OG Kush, so let's do 4 paracetamol and 4 bananas. 4 bananas for the OG Kush and 4 paracetamol for the sour diesel, and we can see what we can come up with those. Now, I'm hoping I wasn't wrong, or I've just now purchased something I didn't need. But worst case scenario, I just have some extra of something we've already made. So I was in fact wrong. I was under the impression that we still had that 4 and 4 left over from the mixing. It turns out we have 24 to play with, so I definitely did not buy enough things from the gas-mart. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back from the store, so I now have enough things to mix with the seeds or the buds that we have. So let's go ahead and grab these, mix in some bananas and OG Kush, see what we get in the mixer. If I could get everything in the mixing bowl. And then while I was at the store, I scheduled 2 more deals for tonight, and I was able to pick up our seeds from Albert. So I'm going to go ahead and plant these seeds now while we have them, and while we do the mixing, this can begin to grow, and maybe we'll have some all by the end of the night, fingers crossed. So, okay. I'm not done over there planting everything, but I did just hear the timer go off. So our banana OG Kush makes a sneaky gingeritis. That to me just sounds like a leprechaun. That's like absolutely what that just sounds like to me. Like I can't think of anything else that would be. Is that how you spell leprechaun? Hold on. Hey Siri, spell leprechaun.
Leprechaun. Leprechaun.
Look at me go! Okay, so I for those of you who don't know me that well, I cannot spell, like at all. It is comical how bad I am at spelling, so I'm kind of impressed that I was able to get that really kind of without hesitation. Now let's take our paracetamol, see what that mixes together. Then we're gonna just put our OG Kush and donut up on deck next, and let's go ahead and plant these seeds while we wait for the next strain. So I have now finished watering all of the plants and scheduled quite a few more deals, if you notice on our left hand side, but our paracetamol and OG Kush is done, and that gave us a sneaky slippery. And it kind of like reminds me of just like a frosted, like it's something that's frosted. Does that make any sense? I think it's appropriate to name it Frosted Flakes. And that's worth $55. So we're definitely getting up to the strain worth at least $60. We're slowly getting there. Let's go ahead and take these 4 donuts and these 4 buds right here. Mix this all together. Start the machine. And then we'll bag up everything in just a moment. I want to go ahead and clean up the mess that the mess that I have caused from all of the planting that we've done today. So the sweatshop is clean and our donut OG Kush is done. Let's see what we got. So we got a calming calorie dense. This one is quite an interesting color. Is that like an orange or is that like a pink? Is it like a peach? I think it's like a peach and green. So this one, let's see. So it doesn't make any sense, but I want to name this one Lazy Susan. And I know that a Lazy Susan is just like a turn, like a tabletop turn, a little turntable that you put like on a table or a counter or something so you can like rotate your spices, but something just about Lazy Susan to me, the name fits that so well. So that's what we're going to go ahead and name that one. I'm going to go ahead and put these on the shelf because I know that I don't have enough bags to put everything in, and our deals start in like 30 minutes and nothing else is ready, so night has fallen. So night has fallen upon us, and it is time to go make these sales and hopefully not get caught. So we've got quite a few deals going on, and we can check our map. So we have 3 here next to the sweatshop. I'm not too worried about those. We have another one at the skate park, 1 at the barbershop, 1 at the West Bridge, 1 at the construction site, and 1 at the apartment block room 2. So we've got quite a few different places to go to tonight, and I want to go ahead and try to knock these out as soon as possible. Carry around our bat because we never know what authorities we might encounter. But let's see. Our first customer, we have Mick. Now Mick wanted 3 green crack, which we can absolutely do. Oh, we have okay. We have a late night texter. He wants 2 for $90. I'll absolutely do that. And we can meet right now at the West Construction. Mick disappeared. Mick is no longer with us. All right, so our next one is over here at the Sauerkraut Supreme. Miss Kathy, and Miss Kathy wanted 4 green crack. Perfect. Next one is over here at Bud's Bar, right across the street. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh shit, they're coming this way. Okay. We should be good. Alright. Alright, Austin, I almost got caught for this, so I hope this is worth it to you. Austin wants the last of our Lucky Charms. Now I think our next one is at the skate park, which is over this way. We have to be careful, that cop car is still there. Alright, here is Chloe. We gotta be careful because there's 2 cops standing right there. And Chloe wants 2 green crack. Perfect. So our next one is going to be over here at the West Bridge. And then maybe we can also offer Jerry some again and see if maybe we can convince him this time around that we're good enough for him. Let's see, Meg. She wants 2 fast and calm. Absolutely. Cheers to that. Hi, Jerry. I'm holding a bat. Can I interest you in a free sample? It's new. It's a new strain I've got. We don't need to talk about it at all, actually. So our next spot is going to be here at the construction site. And we are meeting Keith. Keith wants 2 green crack. Perfect. And we continue making our way around. So we've got one over here at the apartment complex. Next to room 2. Yep. Here's our man Trent. He wants 3 green crack. Let's see. Then we have behind the construction site, which we were just next to. So that's over here. We've got Miss Joyce. Bunch of new customers. See, getting these new customers really help us because we have made such a profit tonight. Now, see, I don't think we've seen this screen yet. If you notice over off to the side, it gave us a little notification saying that a deal was expiring soon for Sam. What's great is that because I scheduled all of these deals for late night, it's 4 a.m. and the game actually does not progress past 4 a.m. Time just freezes. Now, obviously, like, you can tell that things are still moving, but as far as like the in-game clock, it freezes at 4. So I have all the time in the world to go make this deal for Sam. Now, granted, I don't need all the time in the world, but in addition to making some extra money for delivering at night, you also kind of get like an extra time. You kind of get a bit of extra time for it. Now, I was saving Sam for last because Sam is in quite a precarious place. As you can see, he's next to the barber shop. The barber shop is kind of like right here at the end of this alley, but as you notice our problem right there, the barber shop is across the street from Taco Ticklers, which, if you're not familiar with, is across the street, like, is right here. So there's 2 cops right there. Meanwhile, Sam is right here, and we can't reach him. So we need to be very careful about making our deal to Sam, which is why I saved him for last. Oh. Can I come in? Fair enough. Got me there. So I think the way that I'm going to try to approach Sam is from coming around the side. That way maybe we can avoid detection, because I really want to make this last deal. And then I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but we'll go ahead and turn off our flashlight and sneak around here. Can't see, yeah. Okay, so they can already see us coming from that side. This is going to be really difficult. Okay, so Sam... Okay. Oh. I forgot. Okay, so there's 2 of them. There's not just one. There's 2 of them. So, if you remember what we did for Meg's house is that I hid behind trees until I got to Meg. Now we have a bigger issue that there's 2 of them, so I now have to hide from 2 of them. Okay. Okay, so this angle works for hiding from both of them. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We just gotta keep moving. Alright, so we move. Okay. Oh, we're still too far. We're still too far. Talk to Sam. Everything's fine. Okay. All right. I won't lie. I was expecting that to go. I was expecting that to go a lot worse, and that actually went very smooth. So, I guess it's time. Oh, oh, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, they're coming this way. Okay, okay, okay. Everything's fine. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about it. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Hey, they left taco ticklers though. All right, come in here. 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 Okay, so it seems that we've escaped, but we still have to make it back home. Now, what's good is this is kind of like the Grand Theft Auto mechanic where once you evade them, they forget about you. You are no longer a memory to them. So, all we have to do is just make our way back home, which is usually shit. So they're walking around. So the thing is, they might not remember that we are who we are. Like, essentially, like, we have been reset in terms of our wanted status, but now that we've alerted them, there are potentially more cops moving around instead of in stationary positions, so it does make it a bit more difficult to get home. We made it. We are home. So, with that being said, it does look like all of this is ready to trim, which I think I'll go ahead and just trim it when we wake up. However, this also seems like a great stopping point for us to finish today. I will go ahead and remember to not only save the game, but let's go ahead and see how we've leveled up. Made quite a bit of sales. We made $1,400. Benji made $1,200, which we haven't collected from him yet. And we've made enough money to level up. We have extra long life soil, and we can now buy mouthwash to mix with our strains. So, that's pretty good if you ask me. And we'll go ahead and just wrap it up there. It seems like a good stopping point. We've unlocked a new strain today. We've been mixing. We still haven't hit that $60 mix minimum, or like that little goal that we have, which is perfectly fine. I'm not too worried about that. I think the best way we're going to achieve that is starting to mix ingredients together. Like we'll mix like cuke and banana together, and like we might get there. I was just trying to see if like we could do it with one product, and it's seeming it's not going to be too likely, which is fine. We can live without it. But so we've unlocked a bunch of customers today. We've unlocked a new seed. We've almost had our run-in with the cops. But other than that, this seems like a good place for us to wrap up. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Drink your water, take your meds, eat if you haven't eaten. For all of those things, you know who I'm talking to. If you feel guilty right now, you should probably go do your things. But other than that, I hope y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time.